and welcome to Minecraft. This is not the ordinary Minecraft. This is me, just going to be playing Minecraft. Will explain to you guys about some stuff that may or may not be important to you. I recommend adults watching this video with the child because, it's some important facts about real life that may be of concern that you yourself might find interesting to learn and be more wise about if you happen to be in the said situation. For children, I recommend them watching this as well, but I also prefer if you guys also have an adult with you, just in case. There might be cousin involved, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Simply because I don't really cost very much to begin with. There's also important and non-important facts or interesting things that the reason why I say important and not important because some stuff is just ideas for gamers who are trying to create a game, say a horror game, might be interested in, or an idea to help them out to create said games, to make it more interesting and more entertaining for their viewers. I'll probably say this a little bit later, since it may not be good for children who are under the age of, say, 13. But that's up to the adults to choose what their children should or should not watch. Obviously I'm saying a lot because I am incredibly nervous, because this sort of thing is something people usually don't want to hear, and therefore YouTubers tend to get hated for talking about reality. I know it's stupid and all, but people still do that because they don't want to hear about reality or the importance of it, because it's not something people want to hear when they're trying to relax or something. And I personally agree with them. But that's just why I'm letting you guys know now, so that way you are aware of it. Because it's something I learned or became aware of when I was watching a certain video for important issues that could cause of some things that you adults should be worried about for your child if you are in the area. And technically speaking, it's everywhere, so be aware no matter what. But first, let me talk about some stuff that I know should be okay for your kids to enjoy and not have to worry about, because it's not that gruesome, and it's just ideas for gaming. Or what I'm doing right now, right here, which is not important, but an idea if you guys want to change the maze that I'm going to be creating. Because here's the thing, I plan to write or make a YouTube story plot thing similar to what you've seen in other YouTubers do. Not very many of them do it though. Of little time blocks where you make your own story. This is what I'm trying to do on Minecraft, is just create a little maze of endings and stuff. I won't write what they are, so you guys don't know what the endings are, whether good or bad, but you're more than welcome to intervene and say, hey, what if you put this into the story? won't that be interesting? And I don't mind that because that'll help me give more ideas to those said things, and you guys will be more entertained because you got to see something that you yourselves gave an idea to. I thought it would have been a good opportunity. Sorry, David. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. Okay, let's see here. The story block that I'm talking about were, no, I'm not very good at explaining this stuff. I'm just gonna let you know that I create a story. You're more than welcome to give ideas for what the ending might be at, or give ideas for said endings or turns if you choose to. I might end up making it pretty long or pretty small. Adults should know, and I think it's incredibly important, and the adults can choose whether or not they want their child to listen. And this would be about slavery. Slavery still exists. It's in your backyard. Not literally, but it's in the United States, it's in other countries, and it's doing very well from what I've heard, which is pretty recent. And they tend to go after children. They tend to go after young children. Pretty sure it's a no-dud thing, but just letting you know. Make sure your kids don't go out too late in the night. I say 8 o'clock is a pretty good time during winter, 10 o'clock for summer. Make sure they're always in sight of trusted adults and with friends. And I don't mean just one friend, I mean like a lot of friends, because some friends may not be trustworthy. Because apparently in one of the videos I've seen that talked about this, there was a woman who had a friend, but her friend was not a good friend. She used her and sold her to slavery. Yeah, that's a pretty downfall. So here's the next thing that might be important for adults to know. And like I said, I'm being slow and not talking too well because this stuff is pretty nerve-wracking, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this sort of thing, but it's important. And because it's important, then I'm letting you guys know. I forgot the name of the show that can give you much more information about this. But I'm just letting you know. Let's see. What was the other thing? Okay. Cheap, knowing brands, but stuff made cheaply from it. You might try to buy something cheap from, say, China. Apparently China is one of the top, places that, don't, I forgot what, you call it. Sorry, long pause. Still trying to remember what it was called. Like I said, I'm not good at this sort of thing. I'm just trying to help give off some hint of ideas so that way you guys can look into it. So here's the advice for me to say to you, just so that way you can look it up if you want to, is that be careful on what you buy, even if it's cheap. Because some cheap stuff can be harmful and could hurt you. Pretty sure it's a no done thing, but some stuff that might be thought to be known brand names could also be something that could possibly be harmful because they didn't come from the said brand name because it was a scam. Okay, that's the word I was thinking of. China is known to make a ton of scams. I'm not saying it from my opinion, I've just heard of it, okay? Personally, I think Chinese people are very creative. Let's see here. Alright. Just be careful of scamming. Stuff that might possibly cheap might not be best for you. Oh yeah. Thing with slavery is that there is such thing as child slavery with chocolate. Be careful of what you buy dealing with chocolate. There's more information on said video, but I forgot what it's called. I'll have to look it up sometime, and I'll try to put it in the description for you guys once I find it. You guys can look it for yourselves and have much more information about it and be able to distinguish what you choose and what you buy. Same thing with medicine. There's counterfeit medicine, and that is also pretty bad. Because some of the said medicine could actually be deadly to you because it was actually straight up poison. So the hint that the show told me when I was watching it is simply watch the doctors and ask them where they get the medicine. Be sure to be aware of what kind of medicine are they going to put into you. Because some medicine might not actually be medicine. Some of it might just be poison of random stuff and not very good for you. Once again, there'll be more details in the video. Once I find it, I'll put it in the description or something, because I think it's heavily important for you guys to be aware of. And I know it's not something many people would enjoy learning about, because it's not all that great. It's not. But there's nothing much I can do about it. I'm just trying to pass on the message because I thought it was important. And something other people could probably learn from. I should probably make more good endings or something on this one. Okay. Here's some ideas and stuff. It's not so much on important facts about slavery anymore, because I kind of already pointed that out. And more information will be in the description once I find the video that I learned from this. What was the other stuff that I was going to talk about? Because I had it all in my head before, but I didn't write it down. Not very good at remembering stuff, you see. Okay. Something for horror games. No, I've already said that. Already talked about the maze, talked about slavery, I talked about stuff that is everywhere. Maybe it'll come back to me. I'll talk to you guys once I'm done working on this thing, because I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to picture this all out. Think of this maze so far? I think it's pretty simple. Though I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be, because this would be the little line strip of what my story plot is going to be like. And it's pretty random, I trust you. Probably need to explain a little bit more once I finish it. Actually, I should probably put bad endings in here too. This is to give you a hint of good and neutral endings, along with bad endings. I haven't put any bad endings in here yet. I guess we'll use that as the bad ending. And there will be neutral endings as well. Of course, this might change or may not change it once I actually make it. Personally, I have no idea what this is looking at like right now either. Just put that in here. Go. Okay, well, I kind of run out of what I was going to say. Sorry for the long processing thought while I was making this. So I'll tell you about the maze and then I'll just be on our way and you can put some thought and hopefully I'll be able to put in the detail in the description as soon as possible when I get the chance. And if it's not in there, it's probably because I haven't found it yet. And it's yeah. But I don't think it'll take longer than a week to find what I was looking for. As a matter of fact, I don't think it'll take so much as 3 days to find what it is. Because I know where it's at, I just had to go find it and I had to... Yeah. I'll put it in the description for some important stuff for adults to watch. I recommend that children also watch it so that way they become a little more aware of their surroundings in case they're in especially these particular environments. I think Washington is pretty safe for the most part, but still not quite safe, because, like I said, slavery is everywhere. Alright, so this right here, with me adding extreme detail that isn't necessary, is the starting point. You'll have 4 options to go through said mazes, and you can get a good ending, bad ending, or neutral. And like I said, these might change when I actually make the said thing. It's going to take a while to make. It's not going to be like a video of movement like some videos on YouTube. It's mostly going to be words, blackouts, and some pictures in the video that may or may not be amusing to see. Uh, there may or may not be a person talking to read it to you. Though I might put that in because, for one thing, I think it would be easier for the people who are playing it to enjoy the said videos. Basically, create your own adventure. I'll give you a hint that this main story plot right here is going to be the bedroom. This is your bedroom, and you have 4 choices to do stuff. Only one of these said choices is to go outside of your bedroom and go out into the rest of the house. And pretty sure it's obvious of which one is that. It's the longest one. You can also immediately get bad endings from as soon as you start, and that'll be the end. I plan to have all the endings have a go back to home base if you choose to play again. Some choices might end up going off into an adventure that's non-existent and is like a fantasy. Say, for example, like when you go and play a game, you suddenly get sucked into it and you become the character in the said game. One of these choices is like that, though probably not what you'll be expecting, since it's not going to be a game, I'll tell you that. Though I might put that in here somewhere. These mazes will probably change when I get to it, or when I decided that I wanted to add something more to said story plots, so these areas will change. The stories, before you make a decision themselves, will probably take no more than a minute, for the most part. A few of them might have long-winded endings, but I'll try to make it simple and entertaining for you guys. There's also, with the neutral endings, some of them will be uneventful and will be like a crash down, not a dramatic ending, uneventful, I can't say it right. Please forgive me on that. Same thing with good endings. They might be awesome, but because they're good, but at the same time might be uneventful. And I can't say too much for whatever reason. And you might get a what? How did I die? Or wait, what? And sometimes some of them will be like, oh, I get it. Or it'll be like, I didn't let it happen. And once again, I'll probably add more endings. Like, I already just got an idea for this one that's not going to be a straight up bad ending. You can choose. Yeah, one bad ending or no bad ending. There you go. Actually, you need to create loopholes. Create loopholes somewhere, because some of the neutral endings I'm thinking I might create loopholes, because that's something I thought was pretty interesting, where you suddenly get turned around and be like, okay, that's not the way. I also think I might give an eye off a point of you can always turn back on some points, others you cannot. Probably. It's an idea that just came to my head that might be useful. Okay. This minutes for now is done. It's not perfect. It's probably gonna grow as I actually make the said videos and start posting them on YouTube. It's not finished. If you see a bunch of them being produced, that's because I haven't finished it all up yet. I'm going to try creating as many videos as I can to get it started, and then it'll continue onwards as it goes on. You'll probably will know that's close to being done when you see a ton of videos suddenly pop up on my channel. That'll probably give you the hint right there. And yeah. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for being patient with me and about this serious talk. I personally think it's important to understand about this sort of thing. Of course, I also understand how people will not find this interesting at all because they don't want to hear about this. That's the reason why a lot of YouTubers tend to get dislikes when they start putting concerns about reality instead of non-reality. And once again, thank you guys all so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and ring the bell so you can get more videos and not miss any. And if you're more than welcome to put your opinions in the description of if you want me to make more videos like this, probably better ones, since this one I said a lot of uhs and does while I'm trying to explain some stuff. And here is some advice to kids that probably already know this, but just in case I want to be safe, is I know you should always look both ways before you cross the street, but I also recommend looking back once to the first glance that you looked at the other side. Like, say you look right, you look left, you look right again, just to be sure no one suddenly turned or appeared. And as you go onto the road, you continuously look back and forth to make sure no one, suddenly zooms across the road, as I've seen many people do, even in places that have a ton of housing and have children in the front yard. I've seen it happen. I just want to be sure that I highly recommend that kids should always look back and forth as they're going on. Not frequently like always glancing, but every 2 seconds, glance left, glance right, or glance right, glance left, just to make sure as you're crossing, no one's gonna run you over. Matter of fact, maybe 2 seconds is too long, maybe 1 second. And it'll probably help children not get ran over. And that was the other important information, I guess, that came to mind, but I forgot about it. So, now you know. And hopefully you guys who didn't know that slavery is still going on is now slightly aware of it and can go research it yourselves when you guys have the chance. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. I know it's the 3rd time that I said that. And I'll save you guys for later. See you guys until next time.